Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for coming back, who's come back, and if you're new here, please subscribe. But today we are in 2 Kings 1, and so Ahab, who was the king, is now dead, and now there is a new king, which is his son, and he worships other gods. Well, he ended up getting injured, and so he sent messengers to go ask the other gods, will he recover? Well, an angel of the Lord came and spoke to Elijah, and Elijah is a prophet, and a prophet back in the Old Testament is somebody who would send messages, so the Lord would speak to that prophet, and that prophet would speak to the people about what the message from God is. So an angel of the Lord spoke to Elijah, and the angel said, go and confront the messengers. Why are you asking the other gods whether you will recover? Therefore you did this, so the king will be lying in bed and will surely die. He will not recover and he will die. And so Elijah went and told those messengers, and the messengers went back and told the king. And the king's like, well, who told y'all this? And when they described the man, hairy and all this stuff, the king said, oh, it's Elijah. And then the king sent 50 soldiers to go and arrest Elijah. And the soldiers said, man of God, the king has commanded you to come down with us. And Elijah replied, if I am a man of God, let fire come down from heaven and destroy you and your 50 men. And then the fire fell from heaven and killed them all. And then the king sent 50 more soldiers, and Elijah did the same things, and fire came and killed all the soldiers. And then the king sent 50 more soldiers to get Elijah. But the soldiers were begging, please spare us our lives. And the angel of the Lord said to Elijah, go down with them, don't be afraid. So Elijah got up with them, went with the soldiers to the king, and told the king the same thing the Lord has told him. Since you went to the other gods, you will surely lay in bed and die. And that's what the king did. He ended up dying in his bed, just as the Lord had promised, and never recovered. So that was 2 Kings 1. And what really stood out to me, I know that was a lot just happened, and I know it's just crazy to think that a fire just came down and killed 50 soldiers. But when the first set of soldiers came over to Elijah, they described him as, man of God, the king has commanded you to come down with us. They did him as man of God. He was known as the man of God. That's what everybody knew him as, whether they knew him or not. When people talked about him, he was a man of God. That's how people would describe Elijah. And then when it comes down to him saying, if I am a man of God, let fire come down from heaven and destroy you and your 50 men. And the fire of God fell from heaven and killed them all. So he was even so close with such a relationship with God that even when he would describe himself, he would know, I'm a man of God. And if this is true, fire will come down from God. And God did exactly that. So it's like, how would people describe yourself? How would people describe me if my friends would describe me, if my family would describe me, and how would they even... And the two things I put on here of how do you know what's being prioritized? How would people describe you? How do you know who you truly are and what's going on, and how do you know with other people? What is being prioritized in your life, and how you know what's being prioritized is, what do you spend your time at? You spend your time with your family because you love them. You spend your time with your kids because you love them. Your family because you prioritize time into him because you want him to know that he's important in your life. You spend time in the Bible and talking with and praying with God because you want to have that relationship with his, and you prioritize that. You do your grades, so you prioritize that. And then there's other things, I want to go to this party, so I'm going to prioritize that. You know, there's different things you can prioritize in your life, and it's just about where you spend your time, and that's what's going to be prioritized. Because time is, nobody can buy it, nobody can, you know, it's not something you can buy, it's not something that you're ever going to get back. It is every day, where are you spending your time at? And then behavior and action. And so when the angel of the Lord first came to Elijah, that it says, go and confront the messengers of the king. Like, go, action. It's like more than just talking. You have to go and you have to action it. And back in those days, it wasn't like a 2-minute walk, a 2-minute car ride. It's a journey to go to these places and do these things. And I think we sometimes, even I can, it's just like you forget them because you read the Bible, you do, but it's like you also really need to, like, there was a journey of going and talking to these people, and then it was of fire coming down from God. It's like all that stuff is just like really mind-blowing when you think about it. Like, this is real life happening to real people. So where's your actions going? And it has to be on this consistent basis of what behavior are you showing that shows how people are going to describe you. Would people describe you as a kind person, a nice person, a humble person, a person that's happy, gratified, or would they describe you as angry, mad, always sad? You know, how would people describe you when they think about you? And it also kind of can go more of from just friends and family. How would people that your neighbor describe you, or maybe somebody that you maybe just see once a week? Or how would the lady at the grocery store describe you as you always checking her out? Is it always a nice hi, make you feel good? So how would people that you maybe wouldn't even realize you interact with on a weekly or monthly basis, but how would those people describe you? That your banker and accountants and people like that, how would they describe you? So I'd say, like, what do you put your time into? Where do you put your effort into? And what behavior and actions show? Because actions do speak louder than words. So, and that's something you can constantly be working on, of doing your time out better to more important things, of reading and praying and having a better relationship with God by putting your time and effort into it. And then that'll maybe even come through to your actions and behaviors of trying to be a better child of God. So thank you guys. I hope this helped and we can grow. Maybe try and do something nice and be kind to everybody. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.